And the Office of the Special Prosecutor has revealed that it has been investigating the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat since July last year. And according to the OSP, the Secretariat is one of the institutions it is actively investigating for corruption and corruption-related activities. We will be engaging the ranking member on the Education Committee in Parliament, Clement Parker. But before that, let's take a look at the OSP's letter addressing the complaint titled Report of Suspected Corruption and Corruption-Related Offences in the Award of Scholarships by the Registrar of the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat, Kingsley Opong Ajman. So it says, we acknowledge receipt of a filed complaint as cited above. The Office of the Special Prosecutor commenced investigation into suspected corruption and corruption-related offences at the Ghana Scholarship Secretariat circa July 2023. The investigation is active and ongoing. You may be contacted for assistance should the need arise. Please accept the compliments of my highest consideration, and that's from the Special Prosecutor, Kisi Ejabeng. Let's now get on to the phone line for some reactions on this and speak to the ranking member on the Education Committee in Parliament, Honorable Clement Apan. Good afternoon and thank you for your time this afternoon. And let me just begin with this. Now, the Special Prosecutor says that he is investigating, or the office is investigating these allegations. Is there some good news coming in?
Well, let me say good afternoon to you and to your viewers. To indicate that whilst the Scholarship Secretariat is under the Office of the President and therefore is usually present to present its budget estimates to the Special Budget Committee, the Education Committee has an interest in what goes on there because these are supposed to be state resources that should support brilliant but needy Ghanaian students to pursue higher degrees. Given what we know, I think it is the right thing to do. Because once there's been allegations of impropriety and there are allegations of misapplication of public resources, it is only proper that the requisite state agency takes an interest. So we look forward to the Special Prosecutor investigating the matter and then exacting the needed sanctions if and when evidence is found to point to the fact that there's been some malfeasance as far as the activities of the Scholarship Secretariat are concerned.
Now, would you also suggest a bipartisan probe into these allegations, from your quarters also?
Well, some have called for that, but I think we need to consider all options at this point because there is no clear-cut way of dealing with this issue. So I would not be adverse to a bipartisan committee also delving into this matter. I have even suggested that if we are going to address this issue holistically, then we need to look at legislation that would establish an independent body who should superintend over all government scholarships. As long as we have the current arrangement, which puts the Scholarship Secretariat under the direct supervision of the Office of the President, it will be subject to abuse. So yes, I think the idea of considering a bipartisan investigation into these activities reported from the Office of the Scholarship Secretariat is one that we should also consider as a nation.
Looking at these scandals that come from the Secretariat, a lot of people have said that we need a restructure of the whole Secretariat. From your quarters or from you, how do you think we can do this? Some say that there should be, the names of those who get these scholarships should be brought out to the open and all of those things. What do you think should be done?
Well, in terms of the beneficiaries of the scholarships that some have argued are not justified, and I've seen some of the names. I don't believe some of them deserve to get scholarships in the first place. I think that is already public if you were to look at the report by the Fourth Estate. But I think that my concern is more of putting in place a framework, even as we look at holding persons culpable accountable, putting in place a framework to establish by law either a commission or an authority who should be independent of the executive, so that we can be sure that there will not be political influences, there wouldn't be political interferences. Because I believe one of the reasons why we are seeing the names that are beginning to give Ghanaians cause to worry is because the secretariat is under the auspices of the office of the president. And once you have a situation where the office of the president has authority over the activities of the secretariat and the scholarship secretariat, clearly you are bound to have political influences and political expediency taking over from what is morally right, which is to identify and award scholarships to brilliant but needy Ghanaians.
Okay, thank you very much.